Recognizing the leader of our third party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I will do this in person, but I want to thank the member for Langley Walnut Grove for sharing her and her daughter's story. As a parent of 11-year-old daughters, this terrifies me, and I'm glad that we're addressing it here, and I hope that we'll be proactively addressing future items that our younger people will face. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak to Bill 17, as we know, brought into force last year, January 2024, and gaps and barriers that have been identified and the legislative changes proposed to address these. I'll briefly speak about some of these changes. I know they've been mentioned. However, the maximum amount that can be claimed, currently $5,000, obviously insufficient for many people seeking justice. It's often seen to be not worth the time and stress that accompanies the long process of seeking damages through this act. So I appreciate that the Attorney General has stated the intention to raise the tribunal limit amount to $75,000. We believe this change will increase the number of people who are inclined to seek and pursue justice. As has been mentioned, the non-consensual sharing of intimate images is a crime under the Criminal Code, and this increase to the maximum damage is a clear signal that this crime has substantial consequences, as have been described in this House. We also know that more work is needed to hold perpetrators accountable for the use of artificial intelligence and the non-consensual sharing of intimate images. The creation of deepfakes is a gray area in Canada's Criminal Code. As AI becomes more complex and prevalent, it's crucial for governments to respond accordingly. We hope to see the BC government and federal government working in tandem to address the gaps that exist in the Criminal Code around the non-consensual sharing of intimate images and AI. The current legislation around intimate images protection in BC requires the Civil Resolution Tribunal to publish damages decisions made under this Act. Although personal information is kept confidential, it has been found that there are enough details to identify persons involved in these decisions. By no longer requiring the CRT to publish damage decisions, we hope that persons who have had their intimate images shared without consent will be better protected from being identified. These proposed changes to the Act reflect the government's responsiveness to Dr. Kim Stanton's final report on, quote, the British Columbia legal system's treatment of intimate partner violence and sexual violence, end quote. We applaud the Attorney General and the government for taking steps to respond to Dr. Stanton's 21 recommendations. I'd also like to emphasize the importance of continuing to implement the remaining recommendations and addressing the gaps and barriers in BC's legal system. Systemic changes are needed, Mr. Speaker, to ensure that survivors of intimate partner, sexual and gender-based violence are supported through the province's legal and health systems. This is a step in the right direction, but more work needs to be done. I look forward to seeing this government take action to address Dr. Stanton's recommendations. We hope to see this government declare gender-based violence an epidemic, ban the misuse of non-disclosure agreements, improve support for prevention initiatives, provide stable core funding to organizations supporting survivors, and eliminate the silos and barriers across governance and justice systems. Mr. Speaker, people who experience the non-consensual sharing of their intimate images and anyone experiencing other forms of sexual violence should feel well supported through every step of the justice system. The third party will continue to monitor the government's progress on improving justice and services for survivors of gender-based and sexual violence. I've heard the concerns of the opposition, and I hope they will be seriously considered at the committee stage. In the meantime, the third party caucus will support this bill through second reading. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.